Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Atalia and this is my new video. So today's video is going to be a review on the brand new Physicians Formula in Casey Holmes palette. I'm so excited to review it, so let's go ahead and get started with this video. So this is the palette right here. I am so excited to review it because I absolutely love Casey Holmes, but I will not be afraid to give it an honest review. If it sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks. If it's good, I'm gonna tell you it's good. You know? Like, I don't want to lie to you because at the end of the day, it's your money that you're spending and I don't want you to spend it on something that's just not worth it, you know? So this is the palette. It is so pretty. I just love how she has her name and like the holographs right here, how it just, you know, just shines. The only drawback that I see so far is how bulky it is. It is so big. So it's gonna be kind of difficult to store it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it. So it's this right here. I have not swatched it yet, so I'm gonna review it like firsthand with you guys. So this is it. It comes with a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. I'm really excited with the bronzer because I've been wanting to use the butter bronzer for a really long time. I just really haven't gone around to actually buy it. I don't know why, I just haven't. And the butter bronzer alone is like $11, and this one right here comes with it. And this whole palette is $20. Well, $19.95 plus tax. So I think it's a really good deal. So I am gonna go ahead and swatch it. So this is it right here. This is the highlighter, the blush, and the bronzer. I think it actually looks really pretty. Look at that highlighter. It swatched so good. It was so smooth. So now I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the eyeshadows. So these are the swatches. I am not good at swatching. I hardly ever swatch anything because I just feel like it's kind of pointless because you're gonna put it in your eyes anyways. But I swatched it so you could kind of have an idea of the colors. So this one's called Do Not Disturb. This one is No Filter, Tropic Like It's Hot, and Palms. So I really am liking the Palms. It's actually really shimmery. I thought it was gonna be a little bit darker, but I am gonna also swatch the lippy. So this is a swatch for it right here. I think it's actually really pretty. It's a nice sheer, so I kind of pressed too hard on it. Oops. I like put a little dent in it. I don't know if you could tell. It is what it is. I told you I'm not good at swatching. Oh, okay, so firsthand, I was not able to press it. Like, I can't twist it down. Like, I have to actually push it, so I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. I don't know. Oh. I already smelled it. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, I knew it was gonna smell good because everybody says it smells good, but I didn't know it was gonna smell this good. It smells so good, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finally start. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the bronzer. I'm just gonna go and contour my face with it. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a bigger brush and just bronze it even more. Give me that glow. Give me that Casey Holmes glow. I want that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and try the blush. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put the highlighter on. So far, everything has been really good. So a little goes a long way. It really does. So don't go kind of, you know, do a light hand because, whoa, this is like a really, like, okay. So the highlighter, I just touched, like I swatched it, but I took off the first layer with the brush and it's like kind of like wet. It's not powdery at all. It's like more of a wet highlighter. So I thought it was gonna be more powdery. Wow, it's like super, super wet. It's kind of creamy. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that yet. And now for the eyeshadows. So for my transition shade, so it kind of like bugs me a little bit because there really isn't a transition shade in the eyeshadows. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the bronzer as a transition shade. So we will see how that works. I don't want to go ahead and use another palette with it because I want to solely focus on this, and I don't want to go and add another color from another palette because, you know, the whole point is for this to be the only palette that you kind of need. So it kind of sucks that it doesn't have like a really good transition shade for it. So I'm just going to go and blend that in. Okay, so I applied that to both eyes. Now I'm going to go ahead and dip into No Filter with that same brush and just go a little bit. Okay, so what I noticed with this too is that these eyeshadows have a lot of kickback, right? Like that one, I barely even pressed on it and it has a lot. But you know, that doesn't, I mean, if that bugs you, that bugs you. It doesn't really bug me because a lot of the eyeshadows that I have, well, the ABH shadows have a lot of kickback and they blend beautiful. So, I mean, if you don't mind that, it's okay. You just make sure you have to, you know, tap the excess from your brush. So I'm not gonna lie, these blend really, really, really nice. The only thing is that, like I said, they have fallout, kickback and stuff, so I don't really mind that. Okay, for my outer corner, I am gonna go ahead and use Chop It Like It's Hot. Chop It Like It's Hot. I'm gonna use that right at my outer corner. And then for my lid, I'm gonna just put that green. I'm just gonna go for it because, you know, why not? Okay, so with the smaller brush, I'm gonna go ahead and dip back into No Filter and just put that on my waterline. I might have messed up a little bit. So you put a little bit too much pigment. But it blended out so good. You guys saw how much I put on and it blended out really, really, really good. Okay, and then right on my lid, I'm gonna go with the flat brush. I am gonna dip into Pond's Palms, and I'm also gonna go ahead and wet it with, well, I'm gonna not wet it. I'm gonna see how it kind of gets on my lid first without wetting it, and then I'll wet it. So, just how it puts on without wetting it, and I think it looks really pretty actually. So now I'm gonna go and wet it. And that looks better. So much better. Looks beautiful. Okay, so now on my brow bone and on my inner corner, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this brush. Little you know, to put it right on my crease. I'm gonna dip into the very wet, very wet highlighter. I really didn't think it was gonna be like that. I thought it was just gonna be, you know, powdery, but well, it does say butter, but I mean, so does the bronzer and so does I don't know. Okay, so I went and I put on my lashes, my eyeliner. I put on a nude eyeliner, of course. To finish off the look, I'm gonna go ahead and pop the bubbly, the lippy that comes in the palette. I'm just gonna put that on. Very, I don't know, it kind of feels kind of slimy. Kind of like if you put on a lot of chapstick, like a lot, like maybe 20 layers, that's kind of how it feels. But it looks pretty. I don't know. Overall, I really do like how the palette, you know, for $20, honestly, it's a really good deal. I really like the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter. I kind of didn't like that it was kind of like I personally don't really like wet highlighters. I like mine dry, that way I could put them over powder and not really struggle. This one, I did struggle putting it over powder. I just kind of was thrown off a little bit because I expected it to be kind of the same formula as the bronzer and the blush. I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea highlighter. But if you do like those kind of highlighters, you might really love that one. But that one I'm probably not going to reach for. The eyeshadows blended so good, they really did. I personally really liked all the colors. I didn't like that there was not a very good transition shade, but the more I wore it, this one actually is lighter than what it looks like on here. So that one you could actually use it as a transition shade. So that's kind of how, because I put on this as the bronzer as a transition shade, then I put that one on my crease and I thought it was lighter than expected, so I went on and I put it higher than my crease, and then I just put this one in the outer corner and this one all over my lid. So overall, I did like this. I think it's a bang for your buck because it comes with the bronzer that's actually like $10 or $11 in the store. Here you get it. It's included in this palette. This palette's only $19, $19.95 or something like that. So I think it's a good deal. I recommend it. I didn't like the highlight or the lippy. You might, so you never know. So yeah, so that is my honest review on the Casey Holmes and Physicians Formula palette. Thank you so much for joining me again in my video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye everybody.